All these new parents, it's your stupid gentle parenting rubbish. Your family members, your friends will hear that you are bringing your child to an event to their house. They'll be irritated. Your child is irritating people because of your rubbish, stupid gentle parenting nonsense. You carry an ill-mannered child and be walking up and down. They will tell you, your child is doing this, or your child is behaving this way, or your child cannot comport themselves. Your child doesn't know when to sit down. Adults are talking. You'll be doing, this boy is still stubborn. Stop it. Stop it. Are you stupid? Don't bring your wild animal and come close to where human beings are, please. You are training a wild animal. A child of 7 years above cannot sit down one place, cannot listen to their parents. Your parents will say, sit down one place, or you will tell your child, sit down one place, or stop talking, or don't touch that. They will be doing strong head, and you cannot do anything about it. You are raising a wild animal. Don't bring that rubbish and enter society. Please, if you cannot train your child, lock that thing inside house, I beg. I'm so irritated, please. And let me tell you, the way I'm irritated, that's why it's irritating. That's how it's irritating people around you too. It's irritating your family, it's irritating everybody around you. You are raising nonsense. I'm telling you, my neighbor's daughter is just 2 years old. Whether her mom or her dad is there or not, immediately she sights an adult, this girl will greet. Not just that she doesn't know the difference between good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No. Not just that she will greet, she will even genuflect. That is 2 years old though. For those of you that will come and be commenting, a child of 7 years is still a small child. Shut up your dirty stinking mouth. That's not how you were raised. That's why you have respect. Don't raise your nonsense child like that, please. What kind of rubbish is this? I'm so tired of it. It's fucking irritating me. You will see small children. The other day I went to make my hair. I was pressing my phone. This woman's child came. I was stroking her head in my phone. I was expecting this woman to talk. She didn't say shit. I had to push the child away. What do you mean? What are you doing? What are you guys doing, I beg? Why are you raising wild animals? Control your child, please.
But you see this last video about parenting and gentle parenting. Yes, the way that lady was saying it is quite very annoying. Okay, don't talk like that about people's children. You know, concern you born your own trainer. You get you waste a bit train picking. You've not seen parents that are doing everything to train their children. Yet the children will grow up and turn out to be whatever they want to turn out to. You understand? So you waste a bit train where we're born your own made for train. That one day. But then, truth is, a lot of women, a lot of ladies recently are beginning to do this gentle parenting something. Me, I was never gentle parented. My parents were never gentle about how they parented me. My mother was brutal. My mother was, and you know the funny thing, when people come out and say, what their parents did to them, what this one, he abused me, I say, yeah. I be make a cuckoo rate my own as abuse too. Because truth be told, growing up, it got to a point where I asked my daddy, please just tell me the truth. Are you sure it's my mother that born me? Because I don't understand. See, note, we are just two. Our parents gave birth to us two girls. You would think we'll be pampered. You would think they go pamper us. They lie. Me especially, I was never pampered. I like everything follow my head. They pass. I'll be flogged for what I did not do. I'll be flogged for what I did. I'll be flogged for what my sister did. I'll flog for what my sister did not do because I'm the first child. You understand? So, to be honest, I'm not taking it against any of them. It was when I was growing up that I felt like it was, why were they so harsh on me? But now, looking back, I just feel like, they were doing what they got to do. They believed, because I was the first child, so my siblings will look up to me and, follow my footsteps. So they had to make sure they corrected a lot of things in me or with me so that my siblings will, follow the right paths. But unfortunately, now only one person now continue. I know continue plenty people. You get, and the one way I seen she turned out very fine. So we are good. I'm good. My parents are good. I don't know. I'm not carrying any hate or anything against them. If anything, I'm even very, very grateful. So the thing is, as much as I am not as brutal as my mom was growing up, but I am not a gentle parent. I don't practice gentle parenting. I cannot be talking with a grown up and my daughter just walks in and puts him at. They mad. How? I'll say, I might not flog you, but I'll so embarrass you next time you not try it. I'll be like, shut up. Who asked you to put your mouth? My friend, she here for. You'll be so embarrassed that next time you respect yourself. So the children know if you do that one. You get my point because that's how I've trained them. So yeah, she has a point, but then maybe the way she was saying was just making it sound disrespectful. But please, Nigerian parents, stop this gentle parenting. I beg. If you must gentle parent, see, children are different. Every child is different. If you know that one that if you use gentle parenting, follow them, you go accept them. By all means. But if you know that one, be supposed to open eye, shine eye, see eye, follow them. Please do it. You understand? So please don't come and tell me gentle parenting this, gentle parenting that.
Nobody warned me about marrying a man with an ex-wife and a baby mama. But let's talk about it. See, nobody talks about the part of marriage where you love your husband, but you also have to learn how to live with the woman who existed before you. And not like physically live, but live with the fact that she's going to be there. The ex-wife, the baby mama, the woman who shares children with your husband. And let me tell you something, that can test a wife in places she didn't even know existed. Because sometimes you're not jealous of the woman. You're exhausted by the access. You're trying to build a marriage, but there's a whole history attached to the man you married. And sometimes you're sitting there thinking, Lord, why does something that happened before me still has the power to affect my marriage today? And the Bible actually gives us a picture of this. Sarah, Abraham, and Hagar. Genesis 16 tells us that Sarah gave Hagar to Abraham, and Hagar conceived Ishmael. But once Hagar became pregnant, the relationship between these women became complicated. Sarah became distressed. Hagar started looking at Sarah differently. And Abraham was caught in the middle. And here's what I want women to understand. You cannot enter into a situation with history and pretend that there is no history. If your husband has children with another woman, there will be moments where their past intersects with your present. There are birthdays, phone calls, emergencies, after school, there's activities, and sometimes things you didn't even know existed until you became the wife. And that's when your heart gets tested, because now you have to learn the difference between boundaries and insecurity. You'll have to learn the difference between, I don't want this woman disrespecting my marriage, and I don't want this woman in my husband's life at all. There's a difference. Because if there are children involved, she will always be connected to his life in some capacity. But that does not mean she gets to have access to your marriage. That's where your husband has responsibility. Because a wife should never have to spend her marriage fighting another woman for territory her husband should have already protected. Your husband needs boundaries too. And ladies, don't become Sarah in the wrong way. Don't allow the pain to allow you to treat a child like the evidence of another woman's existence. The child didn't create the situation. The child shouldn't have to pay for the adult's decisions. And husbands, you have responsibilities too, because sometimes men will say, that's just my baby mama. Yeah, but you're married now. So you can't keep operating like you're single and expecting your wife to feel secure. And wives, you cannot punish your husband for a life that happened before you. Because at some point you're going to have to ask yourself, am I going to compete with his past? Or am I going to build with the man standing in front of me? Because you can't change what happened before you, but you can establish what happens with you. Here's the part no one likes to talk about. Sometimes the real battle isn't between the wife and the ex. Sometimes the real battle is between the husband's lack of boundaries and the wife's growing resentment. Because when a husband does not set clear boundaries with his baby mama or his ex-wife, the current wife is going to start feeling like she's fighting for a position that she should already have. And then resentment starts growing. Not because she hates the other woman, but because she doesn't feel protected. So if you're a wife dealing with an ex-wife or a baby mama, please hear me. You don't have to become bitter or compete. You don't have to prove that you're better, or you don't have to constantly investigate. And you don't have to pretend that things don't bother you just to look secure. You can say, I'm willing to respect your responsibility as a father as long as you respect your responsibility as my husband. That's it. That's the conversation. Because the goal isn't to erase the past. The goal is to make sure that the past doesn't govern the present. And if you're the husband watching this, don't tell your wife she's insecure every time she brings up the boundary. She's not asking you to choose between her and your children. She's asking you to show her that you know how to be a father without compromising being her husband. Because Abraham had a complicated family situation. And Genesis 21 shows us that eventually Sarah asked Abraham to deal with the situation between her, Hagar, and Ishmael. And God told Abraham to listen to Sarah regarding this matter. That doesn't mean every wife gets to control every situation, but it does show us something powerful. God cares about order and complicated relationships. So if you're marrying someone with a past, pray for wisdom, establish boundaries, respect the children, don't compete with the ex. And husbands, don't make your wife beg for the security that your leadership should already provide, because your wife shouldn't have to become the villain just to feel like she's your wife. Love you, bye.
At the age of 54 and 2 divorces later, let me give you the marriage advice I wish that I had listened to. Love is not enough. Marry for character, not just chemistry. You're not just marrying them, you're marrying their habits, their debt, and their family drama. Marriage will never fix loneliness. The wrong person will make it worse. You can't marry potential. You're not a life coach. You're a spouse. Being alone is way better than wishing you were. The right person will make you feel safe. The wrong one will make you feel small. We'll figure it out is not a financial plan. Some people don't want love. They want control. Learn the difference. You should be excited to marry them, not just relieved that they finally committed. Be prepared to marry the whole family. Period. Hope that helps.
You guys, you see the first two videos about marriage. The first one was about second wife, or do I say you're a wife and your husband has been married before and has children with the first wife, or first baby mama drama. That one I need to get talk for them. You understand? I believe she said it all. You get the second one about mistakes she made and that got her 2 divorces. More it be hot cake, auntie. If you ask me, it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people do for one marriage, they find way to go out. You don't come out for 2. It's not easy, I beg. But anyway, in as much as it's not easy, it's not funny. You understand? So that one too, it did where it did. Put it, take there, do whatever you want to do with the advice. You get. I'll see you in my next video.